I used to think saying yes made me indispensable. My calendar was packed, my inbox overflowing, and I was the go-to person for everything. But here's what nobody tells you about being the yes person. You become incredibly dispensable because you're spread so thin that you excel at nothing. The people who seem to have all the time in the world, who appear effortlessly successful, they've mastered one skill that transformed everything. It's not time management or productivity hacks. It's the strategic art of saying no. Most people think saying no is about willpower, but neuroscience reveals it's actually about rewiring a survival mechanism that's sabotaging your success. Your brain developed what researchers call the people-pleasing circuit during your formative years, when approval from parents, teachers, and peers meant safety and belonging. This neural pathway becomes so deeply embedded that by the time you enter your career, saying yes feels like survival itself. The psychological cost runs deeper than exhaustion. Chronic yes saying creates learned helplessness, where you gradually surrender your sense of agency over your own life. You stop asking what you want and start asking what others expect. This approval addiction manifests in countless professional scenarios. You attend meetings where you contribute nothing, volunteer for projects despite being overloaded, and accept assignments that drain your energy without advancing your goals. Every yes triggers decision fatigue, depleting the mental resources you need for strategic thinking. While you're managing 17 different commitments, your colleagues are focusing their cognitive bandwidth on breakthrough innovations and career-defining projects. This creates what I call the reputation paradox. Being the go-to person actually makes you less valuable because you become associated with busy work rather than strategic thinking. Your inability to say no creates a vicious cycle. You attract more low-value requests because you're known as someone who always delivers, while high-value opportunities flow to those who appear selective about their time. Meanwhile, the most successful people practice strategic scarcity, creating artificial constraints that force better decision-making. They understand that limitations breed innovation and focus. Here's the truth that changes everything. Saying no isn't about rejection. It's about creating space for your highest value contributions to emerge and be recognized. When you stop filling every gap, you force others to step up, and you create room for work that actually matters. Understanding this psychology is only the first step. The real challenge is implementing a systematic approach that works in actual professional situations. There's a specific language pattern used by executives that allows them to decline requests while actually strengthening relationships, and it has nothing to do with being polite. They use what I call the strategic no framework, a three-tier system that transforms reactive yes-saying into proactive time investment. This framework consists of the immediate filter, strategic evaluation, and diplomatic execution. Your fear that saying no will damage relationships stems from a fundamental misunderstanding. Weak boundaries create resentment because people sense you're overcommitted and delivering subpar results. Clear boundaries build respect because they signal that your time has value and your commitments mean something. The immediate filter is your 5-second mental checklist. When someone makes a request, ask yourself, does this align with my current priorities? Do I have the bandwidth to excel at this? Will saying yes prevent me from delivering on existing commitments? If any answer is no, you proceed to diplomatic execution without guilt. Here are the language templates that protect your reputation. For boss requests, I want to make sure I can give this the attention it deserves. Given my current workload on Project X, I could either take this on and deliver it by realistic date, or we could discuss reprioritizing my existing commitments. For colleagues, I'm not able to take this on right now, but have you considered approaching Sarah? She has experience in this area and might be available. Strategic evaluation means assessing opportunities based on alignment with your core objectives, not emotional impulses or guilt. When anxiety surfaces from disappointing others, remember that your discomfort is temporary, but the consequences of overcommitment are long-term. Advanced scenarios require firm repositioning. When someone pushes back with, "It will only take 5 minutes," respond with, "I appreciate that, but I've learned that underestimating time commitments creates problems for everyone involved." When guilt tactics emerge, acknowledge the emotion without changing your position. "I understand. This creates challenges, and my decision remains the same." This framework transforms you from someone who reacts to requests into someone who strategically curates commitments, leading to higher quality work and stronger professional relationships. 6 months from now, you'll be known not as the person who always says yes, but as the person whose yes actually means something. That reputation shift will open doors you never imagined, because decision makers recognize and reward selective commitment. Your challenge this week: identify one commitment you need to eliminate and practice the strategic no framework. Real transformation happens through consistent small actions, not grand gestures. Start with something low stakes to build your confidence. Your time and energy are finite resources. The people who respect your boundaries are the ones worth building your career around. Everyone else was using you anyway.